On a mission to find a rare snowflake for a good cause, Tegan seeks help from her ex-boyfriend Noah. As they brave an actual storm, they realize more things about each other. Tegan snaps photos of snowflakes and brings them to her friend, Charlotte. With all of Tegan's snowflake pictures on display at her gallery, Charlotte likes the stellar dendrite the best. It reminds her of Christmas, as it resembles the star on top of the tree. Tegan gets excited about her snowflakes and starts explaining how they can be found in the perfect temperature. Charlotte hopes Tegan's photos will get great bids at the auction on Christmas Eve. Tegan also wants to raise enough money for the repairs at the community center. She teaches photography to young children at this center. She loves their passion and especially compliments Julie's photo. She loves that Julie woke up before sunrise to get that photo on Glacier Ridge. She asks the kids to value their perspective and reflect it in their photos. She finds Julie waiting outside the class because her dad is at Crescent Pass. Tegan offers to take Julie there and meets her ex-boyfriend and Julie's dad, Noah. Tegan and Noah grew up in Willow Creek and haven't met in a long time. As Julie hurries to put her stuff in the car, Noah asks about Tegan's dad after retirement. She thinks he's doing great and thanks Noah for coming back to town and taking over the business. Noah has studied atmospheric science, but likes to think of himself as a weatherman. When he heard about Tegan's dad's retirement, he knew it was best to come back and take over in his hometown. Charlotte asks Tegan to stop by the art gallery to meet Calvin Garrett. He owns a ski resort and is the largest art collector around. When Tegan is headed to the meeting, she bumps into Noah. He has been to the gallery with Julie recently and loves her photographs. Tegan thanks him for always encouraging her to pursue photography. Meanwhile, Noah is headed to Crescent Pass again to help with the snow. Tegan seems very interested in the snowstorm, so Noah assures her that it won't reach Will Creek. Calvin loves Tegan's photos, so she explains how she captures them quickly with a wool cloth and a macro lens. She knows it's the only way to capture a snowflake before it melts. Calvin knows a lot about snowflakes too, and notices that the 35th one is missing from her collection. They both know how rare it is to find the 12-sided stellar dendrite. He agrees to bid on all her photos if she can find the last snowflake till the auction day. He's sure he will outbid everyone and promises to help out with the community center too. Tegan is worried about having less than a week to capture it. Calvin still seems sure some Christmas magic will work things out for her. When he leaves, Tegan assures Charlotte that she'll do anything to find it. Charlotte meets another photographer named Suzanne outside the gallery. She wants to show some photos for the auction and doesn't understand why Charlotte's friend is off chasing snowflakes. After a while, Noah finds Tegan waiting for him on his way back from Crescent Pass. She asks him about the weather and has been following the storm on her weather app. She explains that the storm has the perfect atmospheric conditions to form a 12-sided stellar dendrite. When she admits that she needs a photo of it, Noah thinks she shouldn't risk heading into the storm. She asks him to accompany her, but he dismisses this as one of her adventures. She still begs him to navigate so they can find the center of the storm. Noah knows enough to understand that they might get hit with the biggest storm in years. Tegan explains that if she can find this missing snowflake, it will help her a lot with the community center repairs. That night, Julie informs Noah that Tegan is canceling their class to chase the snowflake. She wants to know what happened between Noah and Tegan all those years ago. Noah admits that they dated, but went their separate ways for college. He met Julie's mother after that, and is glad he got her. Julie hopes that since they're in Willow Creek, he and Tegan can be friends again. The next morning, Noah drops by Tegan's place to talk her out of going. He asks what's so important about the snowflake, so she explains how much this chance means to the people of the town. Noah finally agrees to help her if she listens to him about the storm. He also thinks only his heavy truck is ideal for this weather. Julie and Charlotte drop by with food. Charlotte is taking care of Julie in Noah's absence and encouraging Tegan about the snowflake. Tegan and Noah begin their journey with some music for the road. Suzanne drops by Charlotte's gallery and wonders why Tegan needs another snowflake photo. Charlotte mentions that Calvin is interested in it, which makes Suzanne curious. Charlotte agrees to check her photos for the auction, but Suzanne claims she might have some more. Noah shows Tegan the clouds and explains that they're heading in the right direction. He doesn't believe in her fancy weather app and thinks that it's best to study weather naturally. Charlotte calls Tegan and discusses the conversation she had with Suzanne. Charlotte is worried about how interested Suzanne seemed in the snowflakes after she mentioned Calvin. Tegan assumes she is professionally interested, but Charlotte asks Tegan to keep her updated. Tegan worries more about not disappointing all the people counting on her. This is her third Christmas looking for this snowflake, and she suddenly feels a lot of pressure. Noah urges her to keep believing because he thinks the weather can work its magic. She asks him to stop at Crescent Pass so she can check something. When Julie arrives at the center, she finds Suzanne looking at photos of the class. She informs Suzanne that she needs to finish working on her dad's Christmas present. When she mentions Tegan, Suzanne wonders how she captures the snowflakes so well. Julie knows she uses a macro lens with a polarizing filter. Tegan sets up a portable weather station at their next stop to monitor the temperature. She explains that the 12-sided snowflake is actually two 6-sided snowflakes infused on their way down. Since the event is so random, the odds of finding one are very low. When Noah jokes about Mother Nature playing matchmaker, Tegan realizes she never thought of it. She wants to keep track of any changes while the data downloads on her phone. She knows Noah misses Willow Creek, and he admits that's why he moved back. When his wife Sarah passed, he wanted Julie to grow up in a place like this. Tegan heard about him from Julie a lot and wanted to approach him sooner. She realizes it's better to take pictures at that point and asks Noah to hold her cloth. She remembers what her mother used to say about how no snowflake falls in the wrong place. Noah didn't know that her mother had passed and feels bad. Tegan is just excited about how severe the storm is, because there's more possibility of finding her snowflake. Noah can tell that the winds are picking up, so Tegan jokes about Mother Nature speaking to him. Noah takes her on a detour to Max's mountain, named after his grandfather. He told the best stories and always knew his way around the mountains. He inspired Noah to study weather and brought him to this place when he was a kid. Whenever there was a blizzard, he always wanted to get a closer look. This place was also found accidentally while he was trying to sniff out a storm. Noah admits he got her there because this mountain is the best place for her weather satellite feed. Charlotte gets distracted when she notices Suzanne snapping pictures of snowflakes on a tree. This can't be good. Noah helps set up Tegan's portable station, and she takes a selfie with him. Tegan shares that she first started looking for snowflakes with her mom. Soon enough, they did more research, and she got Tegan her portable weather station. After her, Tegan continues to look for snowflakes. Calvin calls Charlotte to check on Tegan's progress. Suzanne has also reached out to him, claiming that she has photos of snowflakes. She also assured him that she can get the stellar dendrite in time to complete the auction set. Calvin clarifies that his offer to Tegan still stands, but he would be willing to consider Suzanne's picture if she gets it. He hasn't seen Suzanne's work, so he asks Charlotte to vet it. Tegan thinks they have caught up to the storm, but Noah knows it will get more exciting. They realize they should rest and arrive at the Evergreen Inn. Wayne helps them check in and is glad to have customers on a night when no one seems to be coming their way. The cell reception isn't ideal either, but he's expecting some of his friends to drop by to practice for Christmas caroling. Charlotte gets hot chocolate for Julie and loves what Noah has done with their place. Julie is taking a lot of pressure to ensure that Noah's Christmas gift is perfect. She thinks he's very lonely and wants him to know she's there for him. Since the town is closed for the night, Noah gets some food from the fridge for Tegan. When she suggests they should come to this place every year, she instantly regrets it and gets awkward. They're saved by carolers, who perform with Wayne. As they retreat for the night, Tegan finally gets a call from Charlotte. When Tegan mentions how beautiful the inn is, Charlotte teases her about bonding with Noah again. She asks Tegan to be cautious about Suzanne after what she did with Calvin. Tegan assures Charlotte that she will get the snowflake photo. The next morning, Tegan is in a bad mood when Noah brings her coffee. She wonders how they will catch a snowflake without snow. When Noah asks her to calm down, she snaps at him about sniffing out the storm. He clarifies that after the wind shifted, it has taken a different direction that they can still follow. Julie asks Charlotte what happened between Tegan and Noah in the past. Charlotte believes they're both very driven, which is why life probably took them in different directions. She still hopes that they get a second chance to reconnect. She drops off Julie at the center, and she runs into Suzanne again inside. When Suzanne asks more questions, Julie suggests that she should catch the snowflakes on a surface so they don't melt. Noah is confused about why Tegan is acting weird because he thought they shared a moment last night. Tegan felt something too, but admits that something else is bothering her. They suddenly crash into black ice, and their truck gets stuck. This is when Tegan finally fills Noah in about the Suzanne problem. Noah realizes that Tegan is desperate to find this snowflake for her mom. Tegan admits that she wants to show everyone how much Christmas meant to her mom. As she keeps spiraling with worry, Noah smells chimney smoke. They start walking and realize they're making memories with this adventure. Suzanne drives up to a place where she can find the snow and tries her best to snap some decent pictures. Charlotte calls and asks her to drop by the gallery in the morning. Tegan and Noah are surprised when Wayne answers the door to the only house they can find. He invites them in and offers hot cider. He also asks them to relax while he fixes their truck. Tegan thinks he's doing a lot for strangers, but Wayne loves helping people around Christmas. Julie brings Noah's wrapped present to Charlotte and asks to keep it in the gallery till Christmas. She's worried since she hasn't heard from Noah in a while. Charlotte knows from Tegan that they're getting closer to the Snowflake and assures Julie they will be fine. Noah is also trying to contact Julie, but there's no cell reception. Tegan assures him that he'll get back home in time to spend Christmas with Julie. Wayne soon arrives with their fixed truck, so they get on the road again after thanking him. Tegan apologizes for snapping at Noah earlier about sniffing out the storm. Noah doesn't mind, and he believes that she will find the Snowflake. He's glad that she let him have this adventure with her. As they approach the center of the storm, Tegan asks him to park near the trees so they block the wind. It's the only way to keep the cloth in the snowflake while she snaps them. He asks her to hurry, so she assures him she'll meet him at the clearing once she's done. Tegan starts snapping pictures, but it's too windy to see anything. She gets hassled when she loses her cloth and gets lost when she chases after it. Noah is worried about her and steps out to find her. A branch almost crushes them, but they survive. Noah asks her to quickly get back to the truck, but she has left her camera outside. Noah wants to get it for her, but Tegan thinks it's too dangerous and asks him to drive home. Noah calls Julie on the way back, but she feels bad that Tegan couldn't find the snowflake. He drops Tegan off, but she's too sad to come meet Julie with him. The next morning, when Suzanne shows her photos to Charlotte, she seems confused. Suzanne has taken a lot of hazy photos, so Charlotte is satisfied that they won't qualify. Noah turns up at Tegan's place with her camera. He went back after the storm moved away to get it for her. He asks her to check if she got her snowflake, but Tegan feels overwhelmed by the kind gesture. He thinks a lot of people don't get second chances and asks her to take this one with him. He thinks they're meant to be together and kisses her. Tegan then looks at her camera and realizes that she finally got the photo of the snowflake she needed. At the auction, Charlotte proudly displays Tegan's new snowflake photo and discusses how she weathered a storm to get it. Charlotte also calls Calvin on stage with Tegan, who thanks her for keeping her promise. In exchange, he hands over a check to sponsor all the repairs of the community center. Julie brings Tegan and Noah aside to give him his present. She also invites Tegan to spend Christmas with them. Noah brings Tegan to Max's mountain again on Christmas, and they decide to come there every year. As they watch the sunrise, they kiss.